These are these are papers for redo. I have to look over my notes. So much. Imagine they made these are papers for redo. I have to look over my notes. So much. Imagine they made. That's when I noticed. I don't even know where to begin sometimes. I'm working on this new equation. I'm trying to avoid all the sound is off on my phone. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see any dots and pops and anything. I don't want any interference. I am occupied when I am, because any interference will alter the vine of the incoming spirit. And when there's too much information coming in, you start to classify it. It's no longer fresh and on the run. That's when I get lost. I think I started getting lost. When I started learning, the more I started learning, the more I started to misplace a set of my keys or my glasses or my hat. But that's about it. Always the same three items. The three basic standard items. I don't even know where I want to begin. I had many things on my mind, and one of the words is cosmic. One of the words is from the word anagram, which brings me back to Mars climbing mountains. On what angle does a goat or a ram have to climb up the rocks? Because they're not climbing straight up. They're climbing on an angle. So they're going to further distance as they go up than the actual distance up. And a good reasoning for when they build our highways or when we fly planes, we don't go through certain areas for certain reasons, certain schematics that are built in to this planet. The fabric of creation. Imagine you were given, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out something you can't change, a fabric, some sort of fabric. Yeah, I gave you the shirt. What can you do to it? You can chop it, you can dice it, you can re-sew it, you can turn it into a ball, but it's still going to be the same material. This is what I'm talking about, the fabric. Inside the fabric is space. Okay, there is an element that can never be changed because the key is not on this planet. The key is not on this planet. In fact, once you pull the plug on this planet, poof, goes away. What happened in the Matrix when they plugged them up behind the neck? N-E-C-K, and once they unplugged them, where did they go? They weren't there, and they weren't actually there because in the spaceship, they can really cut themselves. But outside, they were poof and they were gone. We're not here. We gave life. We put batteries in the trucks. But does that mean that there's more life in the battery? And then the battery gets into the truck and it's a motorized truck because of the battery? Anyways, I'm not sure what I'm going to talk about. False start, 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down. False start. Okay, now you see, I like that. I you know what? That's the word I was looking for a couple of weeks ago and I lost it. I like that word. I like that word. It's just like, you know what the gold is? What is the gold? What is the gold? Well, the silver, the bronze holds the silver in their hands, and they go up to the vendor, right? Who is the vendor who is selling you the gold, which is the nourishment to keep the ark alive? I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to come back to false start. 5-yard penalty. Now the question is the 5-yard penalty to who is 9? Because it is 9 that causes 5, or is it the energy in 5 causing 9 from the one spirit of the 4 delta angle? I'm not sure what to call number 4 other than the katra, chat, hat, and cat, which all has to do with communication. As 42, it's 21 and 21. But as 24, it is 12, 12. So we have to understand and differentiate our numbers. The 12th number is the first time that alpha beta went from the beginning ABC and moved over to JKL and was created by ABCD, 1, 2, 3, 4 being D added equaling to 10J. So ABC went to this end, and D, which was 10, stood at this end. So on this end is 10, on this end is 6. I don't care what's in between. They're going to be part of what's in between both ends. 4 equaling to 10 and ABC equaling to 6. But on this end, it becomes 33. 33, 6 as Jesus Christ. And on this end, it's 10, 1 plus 0, 1. So it becomes 1 and 6. And that is your polarity on your dice. So you're going to be going from 4 over to 12 now. Instead of 1 to 9, you're now going 4 over to 12. There was, yes, and the 21 is when 12, right? First it's 4 over to 12, then it's 7 over to 16. And then from 7 over to 16, it's now going to be, it's now going to be 12. First it was, yes, 7 over to 16, 1 and 6 is 7. Is that what it is? Or is it 7 over to 15? Because that would be the pool table gateway. 4 over to 12. We have to follow the pool table, right? So it's 4 over to 12, 1 over to 9, 4 over to 12, 7 over to 15, 10 over to 18, and 13 over to 21 here and here. Okay, I'm going to show you this. And I don't know where the false start and how this is going to fit in. Okay, but I'm going to check what it is. And at the same time, 5-yard penalty. So you have 10 yards, right? And I can't answer this call. Just give me a minute. Okay, so this over here, okay, this section over here is based on, I always want to show you where I base everything. I use a lot of the base of this. I don't need to use this. This is the center between here and here where I turned everything into diamonds. over here, because this has to be split. You see, first it's split by the seventh gate. This is the Mars sign where everything can be split in half. You see, if it was the way the split, Mars gets to be its complete cell now. So everything goes around it. So now instead of doing that, we're going to do this. And then we're going to create, this over here. And this over here. And through it, we're going to continue. And we can run the seventh gate this way. Okay, there's different dimensions. Here's one way to run the seventh gate, the single squares, right? This is one way. There are other ways in roulette. I have a design that I just did. It's based on, come on. I have one design I just came out of roulette. It's this one here. Okay, if you notice, the boxes are a minimum 3 and 3 by 2 high. That's a minimum size I can differentiate when creating a rectangle. You see, instead of using 4 squares, I go to 6, and I have my smallest rectangle. The second smallest rectangle, because the smallest rectangle is right here. This is the smallest rectangle. Now, this would be a square, so this would be the add this onto this, and this is A smallest, this is B smallest. What would be C? I'm not getting into it, but this is the way the roulette is. It's rectangular. So Earth is noted to be split, as Mars is numeric value MARS 13011819 equaling to 51, and the skeletons in numbers come together as Mars 51. As to where it is, Earth equals to 5, 1, 18, 20, and 8, ending up in TH. Come on, please. Ending up in the TH heaven. TH starts at 4th and ends at 20th. This equals to a total of 114, if I got that right. And I didn't. It's too, no, it's not. It's not right. It's not right. I'm trying to go too fast. It's 120 less 6. It's 120 minus 6 equals to 114. And then again, if it was 06, if it was 126, right, it'd be back to 120, be 126 again. Come on, it's the moon. Whatever it is, it's the moon. It's the moon. It's got to be 2 moons. 2 moons of Mars. 2 moons of Mars, or let's just call it 420. I knew it was Mars. Joanna. Anna. Who is Anna? I know there's an Anna here on Earth. JU, 10 and 21, which is creation, 37. 3 times 7 equals to 10. 3 plus 7 equals to 24. Sorry, multiplication, addition. When it's 10, it's divided to create 4 worlds. But when it's multiplication, it's telling you about the quarter worlds of 21. So if it's a quarter world of 21, you would have to have 4 times 21 to equal to 84, which is Pluto. To the 21 days of what they do in the astrology and solstice, when things begin and when things end, this would end up at 12. This would end up as 21. You don't have to move it because it can't change, but this will go to 1221. This will also represent Earth and the plug-in for Earth, because Earth, although Earth is number 52, it is also relevant to the reverse numbers, the same calculation, to what 1/4 is, or 25%. In finding Pluto, 28 and 28 and 28 and 28, you end up with 85. So you end up with the second world's silver matrix. That's what these numbers, they will create 53, 15, and 8. They will be associated with number 72, which will create 14 and 9. And this is how pi begins. Well, I like to say pi begins because this creates pi. This is the H and the I, and it is the H and the I in their polarity where they come into the heaven's birth. But when they set out, instead of setting out, you see, this would be 18 and 19. This would be the sun, and this would be the moon. 18 and 19. When it's 17, it's Mars, but this is the moon. And here is your Mars creation. 10 and 21 is 31. All zeros equal 6. We're back to 37 again, and it is creation of Allah, meaning the 12 ball and the 1 ball and the 12 ball and the 1 ball to the 24 hours 616 rotation. I don't really like to look at it, but if you really want to look at it, it's running through the moon. It's Christ of the 77th gate. 1 times 3, 1 plus 3, 1 times 3, 1 plus 3 equals 3 and 4, 7 equals 3 and 4, 7. 77 is the Christ. So all names that we talk about, names that we put together, they are because of their relationship, or they become of what they are to their relationship through the numbers. Okay, let me see. I'm sorry about that, Mr. Messer. I didn't see. I'm going to get off of me, and I'm going to look at what you said, and I have to go back to that 5-yard penalty because now it's 1st and 15. That's the way I want to look at it. I always like to look at things from the beginning. So we have 1st and 15. 1st and 15. So that's 45 yards, right? We've got 45 yards. So all of a sudden, we've got the Fox pass at 45. 1st and 15. Sorry, it's not 45 yards. I meant 3 feet to a yard. Use it basic. Let's not complicate it. You have 15 yards, you have 45 feet. So right away, you lean up to that Fox, the birth, the passage. Football penalties. Working now on 23.5 degrees. What do you want to know about 23.5? Oh, I'm going to get some hot water. Yeah, no, I don't know much about 23.5, but it looks like I didn't give cat food to my cat. Here you go, baby. You hungry? I'm so sorry. And some water? I'm so sorry I didn't pay attention to you, dear. I'm so sorry. Will you sleep with me tonight? Okay. 23.5. 235. Bell Canada Enterprises. The word prize means to plug in. Tear means earth. Or how about enter earth? Plug in. Canada. Again, the word Anna I'm still a little confused about it because they're not capitals, so they always confuse me. They do tell me the A, and the A tells me about the, I'm not sure if I can draw up the N. Whoop, sorry, the camera's bent in the wrong way. You see, here would be my N, right? And here would be my other N. And this is the scale of gematria 1 through 7 through 1 and 1 and 7 and 1, to where the gateway is here and here, 66, 66, 66, 66. Where over here is 1 through 6 and 1 through 6, the 77, the spirit of 76 through the 7th gate, 44. The difference between time, day, and night. 7 and 6 equals to 13. 7 and 6 equals to 13. Everything to do with the moon and the AC/DC. 13, 31, 13. And I shouldn't do this because I have no formation. I'm just throwing numbers out here. But this equals to 57. And 31 and 13 and 31 equals to 75. 77 times 75. Okay, let's leave this alone. 235, 23.5 degrees. Okay, okay. 23.5 degrees equals 74.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it's also 66.5 degrees from a 90-degree angle, if you want to take a look at that. 66.5, which is exactly at the gateway, which is actually telling you, at 66.5, it's actually telling you, okay, like if it was a point, look, you want to, here, look, here. You want to see a 0.5? Here's a 0.5. It breaks right in the center. All the 0.5s break right in the center. If you want a 0.3, we're going to put it over here. You see, things break up into quarters. Sometimes they break up into halves. Sometimes they break up into halves this way. But is this a half or is this a half? This is a true half because you have half of every single one on the other side, except for these corners over here. And when these corners are left out, that's Venus. And then again, you can do it this way and do it this way, and that's also Venus. Venus is both creation in Mars and the spirit. So where were we in this? Where were we in this? We were on 23.5. 23.5 times 2 equals to 47. And that is Jesus' time cycle. This, okay, will also create 55. So it's also part of the sky pass. So if you use that part of the sky pass, you use number 74, you use Jesus of time cycle of the moon at 3 degrees is creation, ABC, before you reach the other side. It's actually 3. Usually it's 3. One of the reasons I can look at it as 3 is the center of this cube is 3.5, but everything needs form. So instead of going to 3.5, you'll go 3 into one way, and you'll go 3 into the other way, and you'll have 1 in the center, and you'll have 3, 1, 3. Now, which brings me to what is the quest inside of this? Because as you go up, it'll be 3. So this is what you will do. You will go from here to here, going up 3. You will go over here 1, and you will go up here 3. 3, 1, 3. Now, what's your next move? What's your next move? If you go 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, or you can go 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, or you can go, this is the 4. This is where the 4, Mars being 4, moves around. There's one square moving around here. And then the other square moves around here. Then the other, you see, I'll explain it to you. First, it's 1, 2, 4, 5. And then, okay, it's 5, 8, 6, 9. And then it's 4, 5, 8, 7. And to finalize the cycle, it is 2, 3, 5, 6. In which 2, 3, 5, 6 are of each other. 2, 3, 5, 6 are of each other. The reason they are of each other, they are perfect, is because 2 times 3 equals 6, and 2 plus 3 equals to 5. 23.5. So is there another relationship to 23.5 in the reverse of the calculator? Well, 23.5 reverse to the single world, the spirit world, is going to be 875. The gateway to the E world. That's us, I guess, the students. Let me see what the other number was. Yes, 23.5, right. Into the foreworld, the delta angle in the inside world, when the cube is turned, the diamond, it creates the diamond. That number from 23.5 is now 23.5 is 211. It's either 211 or you can go 218. 2 plus 2, 1 plus 3, 8 plus 5 is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. So by putting 8 to 5, it will now ignite 13. So by putting 8 to 5 in the center, it will now ignite 13. Try and figure out that design. The invert of 2, 3, 5, anyways, we're not going to get into that. He was with God in the beginning. Was it Jesus who said he was with God in the beginning? Who said the line? 11,799. 11. For me, those 97.7. I usually put 97.7. Gateway in Jupiter. Gateway in Jupiter. 13 is 99 as well as Jupiter. But in 13, the thing I like about 13 is TH is 28. IR is 27, and this equals to 55, and teen equals to 44, and that equals to your 99. So at the seventh gate, this is what we would have. This would be rotation of 44. 2 times 2, 2 plus 2, 44. The only other way to get this, okay, check this out. Check this out. 4 times 21 equals to 84. 28 times 3 equals to 84. 3 times 8 equals to 24. 3 times 2 equals to 6. They create 66. That's Pluto doing that. And 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 equals to 8 and equals to 6. That is the relationship to the spirit of 76 in these cubes, okay? Because you do know that 5 and 3, 8 revert to 4 and 2, 6. So it is within 3 and 5, and the game of roulette pays 35 to 1. 35 plus 1 is 36. And that is what your creation is through the seventh gate, because it is 7 times 7. 7 plus 7. Equaling to 63 and creating that number. It doesn't matter if it's 36 or 63. It doesn't matter. And there's more work to do. And at the end, this will create 45. Through the foxhole in the sun comes the birth through the seventh gate. This number that I spoke about over here, why I brought up number 84 is because not only does 22, 8 times 4 equals to 32, 8 plus 4 equals to 12, 12 plus 32 equals to 44. This is what creates the division of night and day, that when you multiply it, it equals to 16, and when you add it, it equals to 0.8, plus 0.8 equals to the 24 hours of day. But that's not a finite. That's only one day.
there are 4 parts in one day, and there are 3 parts in one day. One is a 90-degree part, one is a 120-degree part. There are others, they're all to be discussed. And remember, when we count from 1 all the way to 9, we stop at number 5. It is 2, 3, 4 on this side. It is 6, 7, 8 on this side. 3 and 7 are the players of 666 because they are in between. And the 5 is in between of them over here. If you want to look at it, we can go 3, 5, 3, 8, 5, 8, whichever way you want. So how are we chopping this up? So we see how 22, and we call this Boston Blackjack, and to what the difference is to 21. See, in 21, we get blackjack. We get paid 1.5 times our money, or 3 to 2. When we multiply it by 4, it becomes 84 Pluto that will recreate 44 on the second level, in which the same thing as 2 plus 2, 2 times 2 will create 44 on its level. So practically, when you bust out in blackjack, this creates within its own day and night. As this comes to Pluto through the 21st, it is the first time it comes back. This is ND. This is ST. Spirit time. I don't know what ND. I never thought of what ND was. ND. Maybe it can be with the sun pass or something, because this becomes 144, like 1440 minutes in the day, created in the secondary world by ND instead of ST, which is 1920. Just trying to think what this is. 1920. What is it telling me? It's telling me about birth. 6 is going to go over here. 1926. 19 is going to be related in the moon. 20 is going to be inside the heaven. There are 4 times 20. It is in the time heaven. And the reason for this is because what is said in French, when they say 80 in French, okay, and all zeros equal to 6, when they say 80 in French, they're saying 4 times 20. 20 is in the family of TH. It is not the new beginning and transformed, where 1 first moved to 21st, and not only did it move to 21st, it was also bumped ABC to where they brought in back in ABC at JKL, but that's the first movement. Now we have to move ABC all the way back into position. So we have to be bumping the letters all the way until we get ABC back in its formation. So how many bumps will we have to take in the road before we get ABC back in its formation? Yes. Okay, wait. Okay, just 1 second. I'm going to get into there. I want to see if I have this equation already written down, because I did this already. I did the whole alphabet, bringing it back to the beginning again. I want to see where it is. Okay, I got part of it. Okay. Why Down syndrome, unless 48 is the ticket, should be up syndrome as 47 from 46. What is the question about form? Everything was recreated without form. So to give a number form, we have to stretch it to the left and stretch it to the right. And pending how much form you want to give, right? Let's say I go all the way down here, right? And I want to give form. I have to understand what my levels are, right? According to Monopoly, I'd have to do it this way. According to Monopoly, it'd be 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. So my form, this is what my form would be, according to Monopoly. So if that was my form, I would be able to drag myself all the way here, and this would be my form, a duck foot. And this is absolute precision. In fact, I should be stretching it this way and this way. Sorry, I should be doing it that way. I should erase this and show it to you exactly what I mean. I have to come from the corner of the box. I have to go on a direct 45-degree angle. I have to go from the other corner of the box. And I have to go on that 45-degree angle. Then I have to go use area space and come back to that angle. And then use one area space and, and come back to that angle in the center and take this area space and come to that angle in the center. So I have to join this center with this outside and this outside. I have to join this outside here with this center over here, and this outside over here with this center over here, and that's how I can give form. And this is through Monopoly. Why is it through Monopoly? Because there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1, and these, and 1 and 6. And when you meet down here, this is where the trains are. By the way, in Monopoly, this is go to jail and visiting jail. But that's not what I wanted to talk about in this video. I wanted to get back to Mr. Messer, but I'm thirsty again. I get very thirsty when I talk. I'm going to look back at the numbers and show me what they mean. Show me what they mean to you. Oh, boy. Unmasking the truth. Is anything I speak about real? Does it make any sense? I mean, to me, it does. Well, let's unlock this game. Let's unlock it. We've got this wrapped up. I think we've got a lot of points. I mean, there's certain points we're missing, but we definitely have a lot of points. Carrot juice. I mean, we got to drink carrot juice. Apparently, it's got my name on it. It's got my name over here. It says Iron. Iron. I-R-O-N. Iron. Now, let me explain iron. Now, through the word iron, for myself, I will tell you that I automatically, every time I see the 14th and the 15th letter together as the O and the N is representing the birth, the DNA, and the sun. It'll also be connected to the half-life and the spirit of 76, according to star system math. None of the words that I choose or that I speak, for the best of my knowledge, and I try to keep myself out of this, all words have come into the same numeric value as the situation and numerics and math associated with it, along with the artwork and the angles, all come from the words and the math. So in the word iron, okay, it automatically tells me that in creation, okay, which equals to 18 and 9, creating these two letters, equaling to 27, or 0, 9 and 18 equals to a total of 69 and 18 equals to 87. So it's talking about the Queen, it's talking about October, it's talking about the gateway, It's also talking about the 12th moon or creation of the half-life and rotation. And why that is because the word, the Q is the 17th letter. I'm just trying to see. Number 78 is number 78 is when you count. Okay, when you count from 1 over to 12, it equals to 78. That is the L letter, and it's the same thing as counting 1 over to 3 equals to 6. It's exactly the same. 7 plus 8 equals to 15. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. So it becomes the half-life between the gateways. I say Q because the 12th card in the deck is Q for 17, and that gateway is on Earth. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 will create your high number 5 from 2, because it's the multiplication of 1 times 2, which equals to the quarter life. And I say that because when you multiply, you create one box into a quarter. If a box is 35 to 1, what would that actually mean if it is the quarter life? Would I break that up into a quarter and go 4 times 9 equals to 36? Or would I multiply it by 4 equaling to 1400 and then multiply this, and I would end up to be at, sorry, I multiply this by 4, and that would be 140. And if I would put 4 over here to keep them both, I'd have to put 4 chips down to keep this round, and you would end up with 14,144, or let's say 1,440 minutes in a day is what comes together through that word iron. Now, why iron is because pi is 3.14159265. This is created by 3s. Everything to do with this, it's 3 times 3 and 6 times 3 that created this. And this is all about 3s. So the 3.14, which is the N, and the O is 15, and together they create 29. And then the 1 and 4 creates 5, and the 1 and 5 creates 6. So these two letters create all the letters, all the first 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first 8 numbers in pi, in which 8 is the basic cycle for numbers. 8 is the basic cycle. Let me see. 8 is the basic cycle for numbers. 1, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 6, 3, 1, 9. That's the rotation of numbers. 1, 3, 6, 1, 6, 3, 1, 3, 6, 1, 6, 3, 1, 9, and that's it. It stops. Just like the Z stops over here, this one stops also. Why? Because the next number to 8, okay, is 9. So we're going to show you in full rotation, okay, that after that, this one becomes 10, becomes 1, and this becomes 11, and this becomes 11 plus, hold on, this becomes 1, and this becomes 12, it becomes 3, and this becomes 12, it becomes 6. And then when you go to 13, okay, this becomes 1 again. So the complete rotation mirrored is right over here, and it splits right over here, and so does the game of pool split right over there. Game of pool splits the same way, and then they have the 14 and 15 ball in pool over here, and we're going to go 14 15 equals to 6, and 15 16 21 equals to 3. This one will equal to 21, this one will equal to 15, 15, this one will equal to 19, this one will equal to 15, this one will equal to 12, 19, 18, 9, 10, 12, 6, 10, 6, 3, 1. This is the calculation this way. The added calculation, first I add this way, and then I add on this angle. The numbers that have already been reduced. See, 15 and 6 is 21, 2 and 1 is 3, 14 and 1 is 15, 1 and 5 is 6. So the rotation goes here, and then I have to show you the final rotation. So by the final rotation, did I get this right? 9, 1, 3, 6, 9, 1, 3, 6, 1, 6, 3, 1, 1, 6, 3, and then I'd have to go to the 16 ball. You see, I don't have a 16 ball in order to end it because my 16 ball would be over here on this side. So 22 and 3 would be 25. The next one would be, right? The next number over here would be 15, 16, and 3 would be 19, which would be 1. That would be the last number. So it would be, anyways, okay, we're going to stop with that. The other number, I do not work, let me see, 1117. The other numbers do not work together like 7 and 9. 7 and 9, 7 and 9, and 8 and 8 come together. 7 and 9. The 9 is created from 14 or 5. And the 7 is created from 13 or 4. The 9 is created from the letter N. The 7 can be created in the star system math by the letter M. The M and the N are a connecting bridge between two pyramids according to the way they count in the gematria scale, scaling up from 1 over to 7 down to 1, and then over to 1 up to 7 once more, and down to 1 in its first formation. Our language program 7 and 9, and 7 and 9 as well is the quarter life of what the gateway star is in 7 times 7, 7 plus 7, 9 times 7 equals to 63. Now, we also know that we can create this 9 in altered worlds to understand it differently, because the fabrication of 9, according to the cube life, is 6 and 3. If we have to create 9, 1 and 8 is the same realm. 1 and 8 is the same realm. It is the heavens of 1. And then we have 2 and 7 is of the same realm. It is the gateway within between of the heavens of 1. So now we go to 3. And now we create 3 and 6. And that's where the birth comes in through Venus created of Jupiter. 9 times 9, 9 plus 9, 1881. 4 and 5 is fabricated. 4 and 5 and 6 and 3 come from the same numeric value. In calculating your 63, you calculate your 63 and your single digit count as 14. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. And where you get 7 times 7, 49. 4 and 9 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. So you now have where 6 and 3 was the final result. 49 plus 14 equals to 63. You also have no HDMI cable. Wow, what is going on? Well, I need someone to come. I need to reset this computer or something. Somebody was telling me about my flicker or something or other. I don't know. Yeah, so you understand what I was talking about the 7 times 7. And the 7, to create the 7, we all know that it's 7 out, O-U-T. 7 out, that's in craps. We go 7 out. Win, pay the pass line 7, pass 55. 55. It is part of 46, 55, 22, 31. Through the moon life. We are ape. Ape. We are ape. We are 100% ape. We are ape. 1 and 5 through Mars. We are the half-life. 175. We are the one spirit in the moon. We are the ape. The egg. So anyways, let me look at that. Let me see. 7 times 7 equals 49. 7 plus 7 equals 14 and 49. 4 and 9 is 13. 1 and 4 is 5. This, okay, is the orange ball. I always called it the sun. It's not only 135. There's something else. Oh, yes, this becomes 45. As this becomes 63.9, this becomes 45.9. Win a big red sun. I'm just trying to see because I just had a slight vision. So where does 7 come from? 7 comes from 13 man. That's where it comes from. And man is the cycle 28 from the moon, and which is the gateway to the 649. So this is the sun, and the sun is the orange ball and pull. The 13 is a stripe. Is it because the stripe's a Saturn? I don't know. This will create DC and will ignite that within the single digit. Oh no, this wasn't the single digit. This is reduced. I'm just trying to see what I should do because there's 2 equations here and 2 equations here. I'm not going to take it any further right now. It brings me to this one will create number 27, which is part of my pi. See, I jumped off my subject. I'm looking at Mr. Messers. I'm going back and forth. 9 sin. Let me see this. 9 equals sin. 9 equals sin. You know, something about that tells me I see it also. I'm just trying to make it out. Oh, I like it. Yeah, I see. I'm not sure what you see, but what I see is the letter S can look like a 5. So you might have 2 words in one, and that the reflective, the end letter is actually a creation of the I letter, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, equaling 25 and equaling 24, totaling the 9I and the lookalike S as 19. Why are we using the 19? I do not know. I would have to look into it. Oh, maybe because of the number 9 in the second level. Maybe. I don't know. Equals sick equals self equals our word. You have to explain that. 9 equals sin. 9 is 42, 19 and 14, 33, 52. Sin is 52 earth to 9, which is 42. Actually, it works perfectly. Only until that D was put on top of it. And so everything really seems right. Because we must be counting backwards and everything must be going backwards. Because numbers, you see, that 6 of the clock, our final fill-in of time is the 6 of the clock. See, if we go backwards and we stop at D, we never have to add on ABC because ABC has already been indoctrinated. It's already inside the game. It's already the fabric. So we don't have to finish at ABC. That's one of my main reasons I like to start that. I see the telephone as being on B. So I'm not getting it completely. Reason why AB 12, 12 to C, 12 to 21, 9 are the original sin. I have to understand that deeper because I don't know anything to know, but I do know. I'm just trying to put together those C3. And that's ironic that we end up starting at D and we go all the way to C12, which is L, right? And 12 over to 21. But we never get to use 2 of the numbers. Remember, right? 7, 8, and 9 are not in the game. They're unorganic. Can I say 7, 8, 9 are unorganic because they have to be created through something, or they can be organic, and that's why we count them last. Anyways, counting backwards from what? What can we count backwards from? Like even I'm just trying to figure out because definitely counting backwards works for me. And not only that, even though we have 18 numbers, right? The basic of repetition, okay, is it in 18?
In numbers, and what I just put up here is the pool game. And they reflect themselves until they reach the 15 ball. Over here, sorry, they never reach the 1 ball. There is no 16 ball to reflect it. You see, because the 8 ball is in between. See, the 8 ball is the first time you get 99, and it's the 8 ball. It's nothing to do with the 7 ball. When you get the split between the 8 ball and the 9 ball, your life in Jupiter brings you the heaven and the birth. Where your 1, 2, 3 is repeated as ABC just after the birth. And inside 11 is creation. And inside 12 is the half-life, the female, and you revert back to 1 again. Inside the spirit of man, male and female, 6 and 1, the half-life. They are polars to each other. They become 2, 3. 1 and 1 is 2. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. They become 2, 3 created. And that 2, 3 is created by 1 times 2, 1 plus 2. I need more water. Mr. Messer, I'm going to be coming back to take a look. I can't follow everything. I'm more of a visual person, and I really want to learn what you show me, and I need to be able to see it elsewhere, or be able to refabricate it. But right now, I am so thirsty. I just keep drinking. That's all I do. Maybe I should revert instead of tea just to drink water. And I'm going to have to end this video anyways. Oh, I got something right here. I'm not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Hold on. Right. 21 will make the 42 and 12 will make the 24. One of the things I was thinking about today was they want us to repeat. I'm going to get a 2-4. I'm going to get a 2-4. I'm going to get 2-4. Anyways, I have to go back here. I missed something. Right. 7 times 9 is 63. It creates its own 9. And then the 16 creates its own 7. Did you see that, Mr. Messer? 7 times 9 equals to 63, creating its own 9. 7 plus 9 is 16, creating its own 7. So it's creating the IR. It creates creation in Venus to the half-life 1 and 6. And it creates everything else. The word 1 creates number 3 and 4. The word 6 creates number 52. 63 times 16, 1,008. I'm not really sure which way to look at it, but I do know when you get to 108, the next 36 will make it 1440. So there's a relationship in there. I'm just trying to see something. Wouldn't it be easier? Okay, right. 18 times 7. 18 times 7. 126. It's part of the moon. It's part of the moon cycle. 126. 126 is creation. It's part of the moon cycle, Venus and Mercury. And what I did here is I went 6 times 3 is 18. 6 times 3 is 18. And then I went 1 times 6. Well, hold on a second. No, that's not what I did. I did 18 times 7 equals 2. Yeah, I did 18 times 7 will equal to that. So the quarter world through the moon. And then I'm going to do 18 times 16. I think it's going to create the 18 times 16, 288. That is a connection to the purple world, to where Jesus Christ is, because it is red and because it is cold and hot, creating Christ. When you cold and hot creates Christ, the two of them are from red and blue. The two of them together create purple. That creates 88. When you have a duplicate 88, it'll now create either 176 or 77 of Christ inside the purple heart. 12, 1008, 79, 79, 11, 9, 77, 73, 42. All are 42 and simple and exact with each other in the full word. I don't know, but there's stuff in here I didn't do, but I skipped over. But
Where 42 is in its own house is that 2 and 8 equals to 10. This is how I'm not sure if this is how they pass through the core 5 through Mars. I don't know the actual reference to 1, because there's more than one reference to 1. If I take 4 squares like this, can I create my own area here using all these as 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, creating 16 in the center, creating my center value as 7 half-life to having all other life around me? Or am I creating this kind of center and then creating 4 of these boxes like this in houses of 4, in houses of 9, or am I going to create 9 of these? So there's so many things to do to really understand what's going on. And then after I create one of these, I'm going to have to create 9 more and then 6 more for every side of this cube, because every dot, this is only one side. There's 2 and 8, and there's 4 and 6 equals to 10. So 2 times 4 equals to 8. 2 plus 4 equals to 6. 6 and 8. It's absolutely perfect. Cat 5, 9. Can we create 42? Let's go 24 and 27 equals 51. 24 and 27 equals 11 equals to 4 equals to 42. So on the low side cat, we end up with Mars. Mars in creation of the half-life to the house of the 7th gate. So if there's something you didn't follow in here, I will explain it. These two, this is Venus, the Venus gateway. This is what created mathematically the 6 and 8 that was perfect to the passage to the 7th gate. All zeros are 6. So this would be the 7th gate, 7 to the half-life. So now, is there any other way to do that? Well, how about 18 and, see, I didn't create 42 there. I created 42 here. So here it's going to be 30. This is going to be 42. This is going to be 33. So 8 and 3, 11. 1, 11. This is 4. This will now be 42, to where 33 here is going to equal to 51. So we're back to Mars in creation of rotation of Venus. So I did a calculation the other day where actually everything does stop at R, right? But I like to have rotation to 3 times and then 1 time. 3 times 9 and then 1 times 9. So I need to go through the alphabet, shifting the alphabet until I have 36 covered. I have to remove A, B, C. And then I have to remove the next row and the next row. And I have to keep moving the alphabet off until the alphabet comes around back to the beginning and back to the letter R again. Because R in numbers, when you start at 1 in numbers over here, and you get to 9 over here, in actuality, the alphabet ends in 8, numbers end in 9. I don't remember where I was going with this. I'm going to think. Numbers end in 9. Yes, rotation of numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. That's a rotation of numbers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th number is going to repeat the first number. So that's where my rotation ends. So I must continue in 9 in this fashion. The second thing is that 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. This is the standard rotation. I'm going to do everything 3 times. This will be 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9. That will be the answer to this. Now I'm going to have to add on 2, 4, 6, 8, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9 one more time. And it'll be 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 9. And this inverted. Do you know what just happened to this? It turned the 2 worlds into the 1 world. Because 8 plus 8 equals to 16. 1 plus 6 equals to 7. Plus 8 equals to 15. 1 plus 5 equals to 6. Plus 8 equals to 14. 1 plus 5. 14. 1 plus 4 equals to 5. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So the 2 worlds climbs up to 4, 8, 3, okay, all the way to where it rotates in 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, and then boom, it enters into the 1 spirit of heaven. Now, should I do this 3 and 4 times? Okay, it'll always be the same by 1, but not when it's by 2. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. I'm going to finish off with you, Mr. Messer, and that's it for tonight. Most 42s are not the same as 9. Those 3 are, though. Is there anything else? I'm just trying to think about 42. Give me another 42. Here, let's try this one. 87 and 54. The sun and the gateway. And 54 equals to, I don't even want to do it this way because it's 141. And this way it becomes 11. And this becomes 4, it becomes 42. And this becomes 141. An exchange. Baz and 42 are 9, ready to go at 42. We go, not a core is a difference of 42. 7 and 9 work together in many ways, absolutely. I don't think there would be a 9 without a 7, 7, 8, 9 all the time. You do know 7, 8, 9, 9, 8, 7 equals to 16, 16, 16, or 7, 7, 7, 6, 6, 6, or 1776. 1979 letters exactly, 79 and 97, 79 and 97, 79 and 97. Okay, that's going to be it. Absolutely. The Q on the telephone on the 7th number has been removed and has been put on the 1 on the ATM, and the 9 as well. It is the same thing. I got a commitment now. I have to go, and peace, man. I'll see you tomorrow. There's a bunch more I did not do. 84, absolutely. 80s, absolutely. The 80s only connect to heaven. They do not connect to spirit. Only until 80 connects with 10 does it connect the spirit inside the 90s. 5 and 50, huge change. I don't understand. But yes, it's almost like it becomes a buy. 50, you add the, I'm just trying to put an extra 6 onto it. So the 9, 6, it's in rotation. I have to look all this over. I don't want to get rid of anything you said. All the numbers and language lose their ownership of their anagram through the letters. I would have to say yes, and because of the word anagram, there's something out there, I just posted it today. It's something to do with electrical resistance and what's coming next, Omni electrical resistance, and that's going to be up in the sky. Peace and love.
Raphael 7286 and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video.